Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Western Electric candlestick telephone. It's a rotary dial. And I also want to show you a Western Electric bell box. And this is Jim's equipment from Missouri. And this is the initial checkout of this really cool equipment. Now these units are in very good condition, and we want to go ahead and run through a little bit about what needs to be done. The candlestick telephone needs to have an electronic amplified transmitter installed that we build and design here at the shop. And so basically you'll have all the transmit power that you need. We also want to go through the receiver capsule. It has the original style metal diaphragm receiver, and we want to try to utilize that in the conversion if we can get enough audio from the receiver capsule. If not, we'll go ahead and upgrade that receiver capsule. We want to go through the rotary dial. We want to make sure that it's oiled, cleaned, and adjusted. And we want to go ahead and make sure that all of our connections are proper. We know we're going to have to reconfigure the wiring to the candlestick a little bit. So we're going to go through and get that straightened out, and we'll take care of all the issues with the wiring. We also want to install the line cord that Jim provided on the candlestick telephone and the bell box. Now the bell box is going to need a modular line port installed so that when the line cord from the bell box is plugged into a telephone jack, then you can continue out from the bell box with the candlestick telephone. So it will be a plug and play situation. We also need to reconfigure the wiring for the bell box, and we need to finish off a circuit. We want to go through the solenoids for the bells, and we want to make sure that everything is adjusted for the most action on the bell. We will be going through everything on both units and taking care of any issues that we find. We have a lot of work that needs to be done. We want to get a start on these units. We'll go ahead and take some still pictures of this really cool Western Electric equipment, and we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the troubleshooting, repairing, and converting process. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're finished up with the repair and conversion of this really cool equipment, and we're ready to start our final checkout. Now, we also want to mention our amplified pickup. We use this pickup in troubleshooting, repairing, and on our final checkouts. It's amplified so that you can hear the audio from a receiver. And we have an amplifier back by the video, and it has a button on it. When we press the button, we can give dial tone or take it away at any time. And since it's an open amplifier, it is prone to any static interference or noise in the atmosphere. So if you hear any noise during the final checkout, it will be coming from the amplifier and not the telephone. We have the Candlestick telephone plugged into the BellBox modular port that we installed. Now, we also want to run through a little bit about what went on. We basically worked on everything on both units, and we found that there was a lot of bad connections and loose connections, and not only the bad and loose connections, someone at some point had put super glue on the connection points and the screw down blocks, and what happened was that caused bad connections. So we had to take all of that apart and scrape the super glue off so that we could get good connections and then tighten everything back up. The bell box was reconfigured and the circuit finished off for the bell. The bell was adjusted for the most action, and so that was taken care of, and the modular port for a line cord for the telephone or Candlestick telephone was installed for the bell box. We went through the rotary dial. Now that was cleaned, oiled, and adjusted. So we took care of that issue. The Candlestick wiring configuration was also reconfigured. We installed an electronic amplified transmitter for the Candlestick telephone, and you will have plenty of transmit power. We also went through the receiver capsule. That's an original style metal diaphragm type receiver. And we found some bad connections on the spade connectors. A lot of spade connectors were re-crimped and resoldered. So now we're ready to start our final checkout. We want to go ahead and use the analyzer and send a ring cycle to the bell box, so we'll start that. We're going to let that go a few times. We'll let it go one more time and we'll give you some dial tone. Now what we want to do is walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm going to end in a 2. Now what I want to do is transmit, and I don't really need to get right up on the Candlestick telephone. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. We'll go ahead and tap on the transmitter. So we have plenty of transmit power. Go ahead and hang up the receiver capsule. Now that we know that the bell box is ringing in on our ring cycle, we're dialing out. We have receive and transmit. We can go ahead and move the line cord over to a line out, and we'll call the time and temp number. Go ahead and give you some dial tone. and we'll make that call.
To hear the time and temperature, just stay on the line. Today is Wednesday, June 14th. The current time, 7:10 p.m. and the temperature, 73 degrees.
We can go ahead and hang up the receiver. Now that we know that this really cool bell box and rotary dial candlestick telephone has been repaired and converted, we can return these units back to Jim and he can enjoy this equipment. I'm sure it's going to look great wherever it's used. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching and have a great day.